everyone. It is Tuesday, October the 15th, 2024. I'm Doug. It's time to play some Wordle. But before we begin, I have a quick request for you. We're going to do an experiment. I'm wondering if everyone that watches this is kind enough to just click the like button on this video. Really blow up the likes. We're really curious to see if this helps YouTube expand our reach and grow our community. So thank you so kindly for all your longtime viewers. And again, we appreciate that. Thank you so much to everyone. Let's get into the puzzle. Oh my goodness, my good friend Safety Mentalist, good friend of the channel, is really cool about promoting me and talking me up on the Twitter. So thank you, Safety Mentalist. Doug can give you hints and suggest hints as a starter word. Oh, I think I get the hint. You would like us to start with the word hints. I am more than happy to do that. Let's go ahead. I do like that idea of using hints. An interesting trivia. You can use a plural word as your starting word, even though it's not going to be the answer. So that's a little strategic note there. But anyhow, let's try hints. Oh, unfortunate. That's too bad. That was an excellent starting word, but unfortunately, they don't always pan out. The good news is, of course, we have an open board. We can do anything we want here, so we'll take advantage of that. What would be a fantastic second guess here? Well, let's try and see if we can clear it up here. How about the word clear? 5 super unique letters. And let's see if that gets us a little more insight. How about clear? Oh, I failed to say, is the answer cleared? And then as soon as I hit enter, I realized I didn't usually say it. And the C shows, and I was like, boy, that would be the day we get it. And I didn't properly introduce the word. Sometimes I put myself in the mind of a game show host, and structure is important, you know? Anyhow, a fantastic recovery, though. C and an R both in position, and E out of position. There's obviously only 2 places it can go. Boy, a word jumps right off. Just like yesterday, on the third guess, something jumps right off the page at me. I don't think we move the E into the second spot because all that comes to mind is the word cedar, and we just tested the E in the 4th spot. But, however, if we move the E to the 4th spot, immediately I see the word cover jump out off the page at me. I suppose it could also be the word cower. So possibly a 50-50. But I think I really like cover, whether it's the final answer or not, because we're definitely guaranteed to know where the E lives, no matter what. And whether or not there is, and I don't think that there's a double E here. So the potential presence of an O and or U also gets resolved as well. And, thinking it through, I don't think the U has a place here. So you know what? Thinking again, doing that analysis, oftentimes I find I do most of my analysis on this third guess. And the more I think about this, the more I'm convinced that cover is the answer, or at worst, a 50-50 with cower. But we'll go with my first instinct here with cover. I think we've got it. Have we talked it through correctly? Is the answer to today's puzzle the word cover? No, it's not, but look at that. C-O-blank-E-R. So now I look down here. Now, okay. Good news, bad news, right? Good news is we only have 1 letter left. Bad news is I realize now as I'm looking at it closer. Also, it's not corer. I don't think that's a word. There's no double letters here. And I see cower, but I also, now that I look at this, I see coder, like someone who develops software for a living. I do not believe there's any other potential answer here. So it's actually 2 more possibilities, cower and coder. But we still have 3 guesses left, so I feel somewhat comfortable here. I suppose coyer is like, you're coy, but I'm coyer? I don't think that that's going to be it. But lest we panic, let's go with our first. I always feel like ultimately you want to go with your first instinct here. So between cower and coder, it would be cower. So let's go with that and find out if we've got it in 4. Is the answer to today's puzzle the word cower? No, it's not. Not cower. Okay. So now I get a little nervous because we have 2 guesses left. If we were concerned that we had multiple possibilities here, we could take the somewhat unpopular but conservative play of doing an evaluation to lock it up on the 6th guess. Or we could go for it. I see coder. Maybe coyer, C-O-Y-E-R. I do not see any other possibilities here. Boy. A little nervous about this. I got this weird feeling that's got me a little nervous, but part of me wants to test D and Y. Part of me wants to take the conservative approach, which I know will not be popular. I completely acknowledge that. But we're not playing in hard mode today, so we do have that possibility. The back of my head is saying, are you sure it's not just D and Y? There's something in the back of my head saying, play it safe this time, even if people are a little annoyed with it. It's like the message is just like it's screaming in my head. So we're going to take the potentially easy way out here, and we're going to throw the word daily out there to cover coder and coyer. And, obviously, if both of those were gray, then my instincts were right, and we have to really think hard about every other possible letter. But one step at a time. Again, just something that came into my head here, and sometimes you have to listen. So we're doing an eval on the 5th for daily to hopefully get either the D or the Y to show up in yellow. Daily for eval. No D. No. Whoa. Well, no D and no Y. It's not coder and it's not coyer. It's not cower. It's not cover. Okay, so now we have a problem. We're on our last guess here. Coer, C-O-E-R, is not a word. Corer is not a word. C-O-C-E-R is not a word. It's not the Q. It's not the U. C-O-P-E-R with 1 P. Copper has 2 P's. Coper? I don't think that's a word. C-O-F-E-R is not a word. C-O-G-R, unless these are always possibilities that I just don't know a word that exists. I've never heard it. Coker, I don't think is going to be it. C-O-M-E-R, comer, I don't think that's a word. C-O-B-E-R, C-O-X-E-R, so there's a word that I've never heard of before. That's the problem. Whatever word it is, I'm not familiar with. Coper, someone who copes. Coker isn't a word. C-O-M-E-R, comer isn't a word. Cober, coger, cofer, C-O-F-E-R. I know confer is a word, but cofer, I don't believe that's a word. Again, C-O-P-E-R, coper. Huh. So I am in the problem here where I don't know what to do because none of these words that I've enunciated are words I'm familiar with or that I know that I would see used in conversation. Boy, I'm not sure what to do here. We're going to have to pick something. C-O-blank-E-R. Is there a word called corer? C-O-R-E-R? What is a corer? Someone that makes cores? Oh, goodness gracious. This isn't good. This is going to be like luck. Possible things here. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. COBER is not a word. COUER is not a word. There's probably like 7 different things that even phonetically sound right. And so it's like maybe a 1 in 7 chance I have to get out of this. Cooer. COOER? What does that even mean? Does not look good for me. I'm going to be honest here. Wow. I mean, I'm not missing anything. I know I'm not missing anything here. Obvious. Cofer, COFER. Never, I just don't, that doesn't make sense. Coger, Coxer, Causer. Q is definitely out. U is definitely out. Coper. I feel like I go with Coper, COPER. But man, that's just, there's no word here that's not really weird. I feel like I'm going with Coper. Yeah. I think I'm going with Coper, and I don't feel good about this. So, don't feel good about this at all. And I'm not going to be upset if we don't get it, because it's going to be a word that I'm not familiar with. And that's what happens sometimes in this game. You can't win them all, but we're going to give it the Hail Mary pass here. And we're going to ask, is the answer to today's puzzle the word Coper? No, it's not. Corer. CORER. Corer was today's word. We did not get it. Wow. Okay. Hey, look, this happens. This is, I think, the 3rd or 4th time in our run where we failed the Wordle. We did today. No shame here. That's a weird one. That's why you watch every day, because you never know what's going to happen. We're going to start a brand new streak tomorrow, and very curious to see how everyone did. Did anyone else get tripped up on Corer? I'm honestly going to have to go look up the dictionary definition. In all honesty, I don't know what that means. So I'll look it up. I'll be self-educated, and there you have it. All right. Well, tomorrow is going to be thick with fun, because we're going to start with the word thick, THICK. By the way, Safety Mentalist, you earn a place in Everyday Doug history as being one of the folks who has stumped me or has given me a starting word that led me to fail. A place in prestige and history. So maybe we shouldn't have had everyone click likes. That's what I get. Thank you as always, and we'll be back tomorrow, I promise, with some more Wordle.